Focus on my face. I know I have no makeup on. Hey, it's Annie and welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna do a get ready with me. I'm gonna talk about eye primers. I'm gonna try some new products, including a face primer, a new face primer, a new setting spray, and so it's going to be get ready with me. I'm going to talk about the eye primer that I use, how to use it, another eye primer that I really like and that I would recommend, and yeah, we're going to get into this. Before we do, make sure that you click that button below and hit the subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up, and also make sure you click on that bell, because anytime that I share a new video, you're gonna be notified, okay? And that's every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I share a new video. I also have another channel, and I will link that below, and I share DIY painting tips, decorating on a budget. So I'll leave that below. Always, 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 always check the show more, because everything that I talk about today will be down below, all right? Okay, let's get into this. I know, I look scary. So my face has already been prepped and primed and everything. I'm ready to go. I added my sunscreen. I've been using this one and I'm really liking it so far. It's the Copper Tone Oil-Free Faces, and it has an SPF of 50. It has a, you know, it goes on white, but I feel like it gets in there good. It doesn't seem, it does look a little bit oily though. So I have my face right now, and I don't know if it's because of, I don't know why, but today it looks a little oily on me. But once I get my makeup on, I'm not finding that it's, I don't know. I might try some other sunscreens, but that is what I'm using right now. And so far I've been happy with it, but I'll be honest with you, I haven't really been in the sun that much to see how it is in the sun. But so far I've been okay with it, but I am gonna try some other sunscreens for my face. All right. Okay, so the first thing I wanna talk about is primers. So the primer that I use is from Tarte, and it's the 360 Clean Slate 12-Hour Smoothing Primer. I really like this a lot. I've talked about this recently in a video. You just use a very little bit, and I'm going to show you in a minute how to use it. It also says, which I don't agree with, that you can use this as it says shadow primer and under eye base all in one. Okay, so when they're saying under eye, I'm assuming they mean under eye base. I tried doing that, it didn't work for me, so wouldn't recommend it. Just it didn't work out for me. If you want to try and experiment, go for it. Okay, but what this will do is it actually makes my eyes not look so crepey. It keeps my eyeshadow on. The thing that I don't like about this one, it is not tinted, okay? So I have veiny, you can see probably that I have veiny eyes. So another one that I really like too is from Urban Decay, and it's the Eyeshadow Primer Potion. And this one has like, it looks like you're putting on not a foundation, but like a concealer, you know what I mean? But it's still really, really light. I like that one as well, goes on really easily. So I'm going to show you how these both go on, okay? So if you use this one, I apply it to my eye. My eyes are clean. I washed my face before, so it's not like I'm putting it on dirty skin. So I just take it and I just apply it right to my eye like this. And then I take my finger and I blend it in. You don't have to put a lot on. I'm really gentle with it. I know on video it might look like I'm really tugging hard, but I'm not. That's how I apply it to my eye. Okay, I might as well do it to both eyes, and then we'll put the other primer on. I'm gonna double prime today. So that's all I do is just put it on just a very little bit, and then I just dab it on, okay? With the 360 primer, again, very little, okay? I just squeeze out a tiny, and I don't even think you can see that. I don't know if you can or not, because it's really, really tiny, okay? And then I just put it right on my eye. I'm just dabbing it on and just gently rubbing it in on my eyelid. That's it. That's all you do. Just blend it in. And it dries pretty quickly, okay? But when you use an eye primer, again, like I said, they're all different. This one also prevents your eyes from, like if you have mature eyes, it just helps it so your skin doesn't look so crepey. And I also like that it helps keep your eyeshadow on longer. It actually, you end up using less eyeshadow when you use a primer. It just helps, you know, really grab onto your eyeshadow as you're applying it, so you're not like, it's not falling off. It's like really adhering. It's like a primer for your face. When you use a primer for your foundation, it's the same thing. That primer is helping. It's like the glue for your foundation. It helps your foundation stand better, okay? Today I'm going to also talk about face primers. So I use a couple different primers, but they're totally different. So the one primer that I use is again from Tarte, and this is the Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer. Okay, this is not a primer you use all over your face. And it's a little tricky. I know some people have a hard time with it. I don't. So what I use this on is I use it on areas where I have my pores are a little bit large. I'll put that there. I'll put it by my nose. So I'm going to head and do that. So I just take a little bit on my finger. If you're weird about sticking your fingers in here, then you can use a spatula. But I just feel like before I put my makeup on, my hands are clean. Okay, so. And then I just take it and I just go like that. I kind of rub it in and push it in and go in a circular motion. I really work it in where my pores are. Now, some people say it balls up on them. I don't know. I don't have that problem. I don't know if it's a reaction they're having to maybe a sunscreen or a moisturizer they have under it. I don't know, but I don't have a problem with it. So I just put it on. I have to see closer and just really rub it in. I have some larger pores by my nose. I just get it to where my pores are really big, where they look like I have holes in my face, okay? I mean, I have pores, large pores everywhere, but I try to just get this by my scar. I have really large pores by my scar. I really work it in there. I kind of go back and forth, and then I go in a circular motion. It just works well for me. Okay? So that's not a primer for all over. It's basically like a spackle. Think of it like a spackle. You're filling in the holes on your face or your pores. That's how I think of this, okay? It's not a primer you use all over your face, all right? If you don't have large pores, you don't have to use it. Another one that works pretty good too, and this used to be my go-to, but now I really like the Tarte. And this one is from Clinique. It's the Pore Refining Solutions Instant Perfector. I've used this before too. It's basically the same thing as this, except it's a little creamier. It comes in a tube. You just squeeze a little bit out and you do the same thing. So either one. Now this one I've always used under my makeup. I think it says to use over it. I always use this first and then put my makeup on. It just, otherwise you mess up your makeup, okay? The other primer, and this is gonna be a new one for me today, because I've talked about the Smashbox. I love that primer. Today I'm gonna try a new one. We're gonna see how it goes, okay? So this one is from Tarte, and it's the Poreless Mattifying Primer. I tend to have oily skin starting this time of the year, more oily skin because of the, this is like a joke. When we do get humidity, hasn't even been hot yet here, but that's why I wanted to try this. So, and it got me because it said poreless, so I thought, you know, we're gonna try this. Let me see if I can see the ingredients in here. There's a silicone, but it has a lot of good things in it. It has grapeseed oil, fruit extract, barbarian fruit. So there's some good things in here. So we're gonna try this. So this is a primer that I'm gonna use all over my face for my foundation, okay? So again, I'm just gonna take my primer, and this is a clear, it's clear coming out. I'm just gonna use a little bit, and I'm just gonna start rubbing it in. Yeah, it feels like it's like a silicone, so this will be interesting. And I'm gonna use a little bit more. So I feel like it really, wow, that really matted my makeup up. I mean, my face was looking oily, and it looks like it's matte already. That's something. I don't want to have my face look dry. Just don't want it to look like an oil slick, and my face can definitely look like that in the summer. So that's it. You just put a little bit on, you rub it all in your face. You saw what I did, okay? So now we're ready for foundation. I am going to try the Ordinary again, and I'm going to use my fingers today, okay? I'm going to use my fingers today. I didn't realize that. I thought I purchased the other foundation, and when I was doing the serum, I'm like, duh, this is not the foundation that Wayne was talking about. I totally forgot, and I thought I have to look. I don't know if they sent me the wrong one or I just stupidly ordered the wrong one, but that's okay. So it's very watery. I don't know if you can see that, but I did a review on it too, so you can check that out. I'll pop that in there so you can watch that. And I'm just using my fingers. Someone had suggested that this works better with for them with their fingers, so I thought, okay, I'll try my fingers and see how that is. I don't really like to put my makeup on with my fingers, but you know, whatever works, right? So one thing you have to remember about this foundation, it's gonna be light. You're not gonna, which I discovered, you're not gonna get a really full coverage. You can get if you use more, you'll get a more of a coverage. But you're not gonna have a really dark coverage with this, okay? It's gonna be a light because it's a serum. And when you're using foundation, you just wanna put on enough to where you kind of blocken out. I'm gonna put a little bit more here, just a little bit. When you're putting foundation on, you're just trying to even out your skin tone. That's what I was trying to say. Even out your skin tone. So you don't want to go crazy putting too much foundation on. So the next thing that we're gonna do is my concealer, and I've said this before, my favorite concealer from Lancome. I will put it below because I can never pronounce the name of it. And I'm going to use my beauty blender and I'm going to blend it in. And I'm just putting it where that purple, you know, where I have that little discoloration. I try not to put it under my whole eye. But I swear by this concealer, it's the only one that I can use that doesn't cause, that it doesn't look like my wrinkles look worse. You know, it doesn't settle in my fine lines. I love this concealer so much. And then I always use another concealer. So this one is from Kat Von D. This is the Locket. And I still have some left from I still have some left. I've had this, I think, since last summer. A little bit goes a long way, guys. So I'm just getting my scar and anywhere that's kind of red or whatever. So now I'm going to go in with my powder, and I'm using this powder. I still haven't decided if I love it or not. I don't know. I'm using it. I don't hate it because I'm using it. So this is the Becca, and I can't tip it over. I'll tell you in a minute. So how I do it is I just kind of tap my brush in here, and then I tap it on my face. And by doing that, it's going to help prevent my foundation from slipping all over the place that I just put on because it's still wet. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit more. I don't go crazy with the powder. Okay, so this powder is the Becca Soft Light Blurring Powder. I'm going to do a little bit of a glowy look today, so I'm going to use my Chanel bronzer, and I'm going to use my little Wet n Wild brush. I want to get a better brush. This one works okay, but sometimes I feel like it's pulling my, depending on the foundation I use, sometimes it kind of lifts up my foundation even though I powder it, so that's not good. So I'm just putting it right here, right under where I would contour, okay? So I'm putting it right here on my cheek, and then I'm going to put it right there on the corners of my temple. And if I was wearing a tank shirt, I might even put a little bit on my shoulders just to give myself a little bit of glow, maybe my chest a little bit, okay? I love this, and it just gives you a nice little glow. I don't think it's orangey. I think it's really pretty, really soft, really pretty. I've been doing more of this lately than contouring. I haven't been contouring so much lately. I've just been doing this instead. They're two different things, but I just haven't been doing my contour lately. So next I'm gonna go in with my Chanel blush, and this is the Rose Initial. I love this. It's so pretty, really, really soft, light color. And I'm gonna put it right on the upper part of my cheek, right there, right up here. I want to bring my face up, so I'm going to put it right there. I love this brush. This is my Sigma F25. Right there at the top of my cheek. And just kind of go in a circular motion. If I need more, I add more. Isn't that pretty? So pretty, so soft, so natural looking. I just love this blush so much. Okay. So let's start going in with the eyes, and I'm going to use this color switch. The reason that I bought this, I usually use a towel, and the reason that I bought this, and I'll tell you what this is, okay? So when you're when you want to, you know, in between my colors, I always wipe my brush off because I don't want to have buildup of whatever color I use. I want it to be as clean as possible. So I usually use a rag. I will show you my rag. And I clean these. It's really gross. See that? How grody it is? But I got them at the thrift shop. They were brand new, and that's what I usually use. But I bought this color switch, and I'm going to use it today. And all it is a tin with like a foamy, textured foam in it, okay? And you can take this out and you can clean it. Like under warm water, just rinse it out and clean it, okay? And let it dry. The reason I bought this is so when we're traveling this summer, I wanted to have this because I don't want to be cleaning my brushes off on a hotel towel. So that's why I bought this. So yeah. So I'm just cleaning my brush off now. So there's no chemical or anything in there. It's really just the sponge. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and I will put all the colors below that I'm using in here because I don't have them listed, but this is a MAC palette that I kind of created myself of some colors that I wanted to use. So, and like I said, I can lift them all out, but I'll just put them at the bottom, okay? So first I'm gonna go in with this light color. I always like to use a light color first all over. It's kind of like just think of your eye as like a canvas. So you first want to put like the background color, or I guess I'm trying to figure out how to explain it, but that's what I do. I just like an all over, real neutral, soft, like almost a fleshy tone. Now this one has a little bit of shimmer in it, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to use it again too, okay? These colors are both really similar, but once I put them on, they look different, okay? I don't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my brush and I'm gonna dip it into this lighter color right here. And you don't have to use these colors either. You can use, just think of, you wanna use a light, medium, dark color, and then you can even use a lighter, like a highlight color, like a shimmery color. You could even use a color that you use on your cheeks just to highlight, okay? Like a really light shimmer kind of a color. Okay. Hope I'm making sense. All right, so now I'm gonna go in my eyes again. I'm just gonna relax my eyes. If you haven't seen my hooded eye video, I'll click it up here somewhere and you can watch it. But I always relax my eyes when I do this, because if I do it like this and I put it there, you're not gonna see the color. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and take this color. I like to wear colors like this. You probably have seen that already. I just love these colors. I love neutral colors like this, browns, oranges. I just love colors like that because I think they look nice dressed up or every day, you know? You can darken it for the evening or wear it every day. Now, Annie, there you are. Okay, what do I think about this color switch? I'm liking it. I'm liking it very much. And this was from Sephora. It's the Sephora color switch. So now I'm gonna go in with the shade that's a little bit darker. And I'm gonna go on top here, relax my eye, and I'm also gonna go in the corner right here. This is gonna be a really soft look today. Before I blend that, I'm just gonna go back and I'm gonna put it on this side as well. Blending brush, and now I'm even cleaning it again. I clean my brushes constantly as I'm applying my colors because I use a lot of the same brushes and I just want it to be clean, you know. We're gonna take my MAC Prep and Prime. I'm gonna spritz my brush that is a Sigma E25 blending brush. I know it's a blending brush, but this is what I use. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that color there and I'm gonna tap it on here and we're just gonna kick that up a notch. It just gives a little bit of a foiled look. Even though it's a really light color, it just is so pretty just by doing that. And today, I am not going to use anything on my lid. I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm just going to blend this more, but I am not going to use an upper highlight color today for a change. The next thing I want to do is I want to put a little color underneath on my lash line. I'm going to take this color right here. This is my brush from I have to get a new brush just because I can't read it anymore, and I hate to tell you, well, it's a brush from It Cosmetics, but I don't know what it's called. I know it's like a smoky eye. I love It Cosmetics brushes. I'm gonna go in with this color and this color. I'm not seeing that color. I love their brushes, but the ones from Ulta, the ink eventually wears out on them, you know, that where it says what it is, and then it's like, well, I don't know the name of the brush if I can't read it. So I'm just going right on my lash line. I'm not going too far down, and just going right on top of my lash line, and then I'm meeting it in the corner and making sure it kind of connects. Now we're gonna do the eyeliner. This is from Maybelline. This is the Master Precise Curvy. I've been loving this. I hope I'm not boring you using the same one over and over again, but I really love it. And it's drugstore. Can you believe it? Don't go really thick with this because I'm gonna go in here and align my waterline underneath. Now be careful because this is where it can slip around a little bit, but you want to really blend it well with the top part, okay? You don't want to see any skin. Okay, so next we're gonna do lips. I'm gonna try a new lipstick because I got a sample of it. So with my order from Sephora, I got the Yves Saint Laurent, what color is this? Rue Per Culture. I guess that's the name of the color. Rue Per Culture. So I am going to use, I hope this is a good lip liner for it. I don't know. Well, we'll try it. I'm going to use my Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury. And we're going to put this on and we'll see how it works, how it looks. Ah, it's pretty. Oh, that's really pretty. I don't like the smell of it. It's very, feels like a sort of a gloss, you know. I like the way it looks. I will tell you I don't like the fragrance. Very strong fragrance in this, but a really pretty color if you can take the fragrance. Fragrance is a little much. I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes. I'm hoping that my lash serum will start to really work so I don't have to wear my lashes all the time. And I'm going to tell you this as I'm doing my brows. When you wear false eyelashes, just a little FYI, you take them off every night. I've had a lot of people ask me about that. I shared a video recently and you can watch that up here. So if you see that, just click on it. And I share how I apply my false eyelashes. And I should have mentioned that in there, but you never ever want to sleep with your false eyelashes on. You don't. You will get an eye infection. You know, you have to take them off every night, okay? And be very gentle when you take them off. You can use a little bit of eye makeup remover and just put it on a cotton pad and just kind of let it sit on there for a little bit and then slowly take them off, okay? You don't want to just rip them off. Sometimes I take mine off if I know I can take them off and it's not pulling, because sometimes at the end of the day, it depends on how it is outside, sometimes I could just take them off. But if it feels like they're really on there, I don't mess around. I use eye makeup remover, and then I just put a little bit on the cotton pad, and then I take my eyelashes off. But always take them off every night. You can reuse them. I usually just really gently pull the glue off. You know, you'll see the glue on there, and you'll have little gobs of the glue, and so I will pull the glue off before I reapply my, you know, my glue, and before I reapply them again, you know. So you want to just keep them clean like that. And depending on how well you take care of them and stuff, they can last like, they're not gonna last a long time, okay? But I mean, I can, you know, they can last a week or a couple weeks depending on how much I use them. I feel like I'm talking and I feel like I'm messing up my eyebrow here. Okay, so I'm gonna try the Urban De-Slick setting spray, and I will, oh, there's two caps on it. Let's see how this is. and I will update you and let you know how that is. And that is it, guys. That's it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it was informative. Please make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. I will leave all the links below so you can follow me. Please follow me. I love interacting with you. And I will leave everything below that I shared. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, guys. I love you so much. Thank you for spending time with me, and I will see you soon. Bye.